So, hello everybody. This is Geva Drums, and we are proud to have John J. Robinson here for a clinic at Musikhaus Thomas in Germany. John, very welcome to Europe. Actually, you're here for a small trip. So today, Musikhaus Thomas clinic. Tomorrow, Paris. How are you? When did you been here the last time in Europe?
I was in Europe 3 weeks ago, actually. I know, little jet lagged,
Okay.
but first of all, it's an honor to be here at Musikhaus Thomas. It's just beautiful. Wasn't such a great place, and it's so far a sound check. It sounds ridiculous. I mean, really good. But yeah, I was here 3 weeks ago up in Finland, teaching for Novia University, and then went back to LA.
So you mentioned that you're quite around very much. So what are your plans? What you're doing the next couple of weeks or month?
Well, we're here for today and doing a private workshop, and then tomorrow we fly to Paris and do the Bag Drum Festival, and then I go back home and then go to Chicago next week with David Foster and Seal and I think Michael Bolton, and then I come back and. What am I doing? It's crazy.
He's busy as hell, so he can't even...
Well, it kind of clogged up here in the fall, but it's all good.
Okay, cool. So the funny thing for me was as we were setting up the gear, you just started talking about the gear. So I mentioned I recognized that you're talking to the sound guys about the microphone. So you're very used to talking about very special gear. Tell us something about this. Why?
Well, through all the years of when I first broke into the studio scene back in Berkeley and Boston in the 70s, and then moving to Los Angeles with Rufus and Chaka Khan, and then Quincy in the late 70s, I started working with engineers and learning about sound pressure and how to not overload mics and selective mics for the right kind of engagement or live recording or studio recording, and what to use, what not to use. And it's always good to have a good rapport with the engineer.
How do you find your gear? So you're with Peisty, DW, and Remo for sure.
Yes.
Tell us something. How did this happened, and how did you choose your gear? Why do you choose this kind of cymbals? Tell us something about that.
Well, I've been with Peisty. Well, I've been with Remo since I could crawl, since I, a little baby. But when I started drums very young. But in youth, they tend to have a tendency to play the brand they first start on. So when I first saw Remo drum heads, and coming out of calfskin. Getting into a Mylar synthetic head, which is what Remo specialized in. I've been with Peisty for almost 12 years now, and that was a beautiful transition because I went with them because of the sonic endless qualities that the company has. And I have two signature lines now with Peisty. I've got the JR Deep Ride, the 24-inch, and I've also now got a 24-inch Swish Ride under the 2002 moniker that both blend really well. So that's kind of been a really good marriage. And then the DW transition was just kind of a natural transition for me after being with a competitor for 30 years. And I don't like jumping around. I like sticking with one company. And there was some issues with the previous company, and it was time to move on. And John Good and I are best friends. So it was a good relationship for me to move to DW. He's literally in my backyard where I live, and we're bros, and it's just an honor to play all three of these companies.
So is there something you want to tell especially the young people, if they have the problem, they have to choose their gear, and they need to find the best thing they could buy. So is there any tip or kind of suggestion you want to tell them?
Well, I mean, I know we're coming to a place like this, and there's probably opportunities for them to test gear, and I say to find what's best that suits their particular style at that point. Learn about the tuning aspects of drums, knowing that and going with like a Peisty cymbal company, they make such a wide range of cymbals that will go from a beginner at age 12 to 15 to 16, to a seasoned pro, and anything in between. And the same goes with the DW gear. They make all this beautiful line of drums they all sound great. And obviously there's price points for a kid to get in. And if you're a young kid, you don't have to spend huge amounts of money and buy an A set, but you can, because I know when I was a kid, and my younger son now, he works up. He had a PDP kit,
yeah, for sure.
and he's worked up, and that's what you do. So, and the same goes with, Remo makes such a vast variety of drum heads that work well within all DW's parameters. So I just say, always shoot for the moon, but get what suits your style.
Yeah. So the people, they recognize that you're doing a clinic, just one for this time here in Germany, but I'm pretty sure there will be more.
Yes.
But how was your, for those who can't join the clinic today, what is your clinic program? So 1.5 hour, I think.
Yeah, about
do
1.5
1
hours.
hour. How is it scheduled?
And I don't come in here with a tuxedo on.
Okay.
And so I'm going to stay like I am. It's going to be informal.
Yeah.
It's one-on-one based, but if there's 100 people in here, I'm still one-on-one with each one of these people. I'll come out and I'll blow for a little while, I'll play however I feel. I may go off into a complete left tangent. I may go really weird. I may play polkas all night. I don't know what I'm going to do. Everybody likes a good polka.
Yeah.
And then we'll work out. I'll play some tracks, some very famous older songs, maybe some new fun stuff, and then I'll interact. I'll talk about style. I'll talk about technique, beginning technique. I'll talk about bad techniques, which everybody has. And we'll get into a one-on-one scenario, questions and answers, and hopefully somebody will take back one piece of information and apply it.
I'm sure they do. Okay, so thanks a lot. I'm sure we will videotape the clinic, just a couple of minutes for sure, and then you will see it on our online channels. So stay tuned. John, take care, have fun.
All right, thank you. It's an honor to be back in Germany. I love you guys, and come out quick, hurry, get here.